I've got a 4-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter, and they expect that I'm going to be home every night.
You want to go home the way that you came in. I'm married, I have 2 children, so to think of what would be done if I were not there for them and how lost they might be.
It changed things when I became a father. I got to see the real value of what safety can do for me. The value is knowing that I can go home to my family.
At Gilbane, we care about your safety and your ability to leave work each day in the same condition you arrived. To enjoy life without injury, whether you're working for yourself or for your family, Gilbane wants you to be part of an incident and injury-free job site.
We really think of family meaning all the people that not only work for Gilbane, but work on our job sites, the tradespeople, the suppliers who bring materials to the site every day. So an injury to anyone is an injury to part of our family.
All our children have worked at times for the company. In this case, my son Ted, I called our project manager and I said, do me a favor, you keep your eyes on my son Ted. And that drove home to me the fact that that is what I am going to do, is take that same concern I have for my son Ted to every employee and everyone that works on a Gilbane job site.
In construction, it's been accepted that injuries happen, and we want to change that mindset to really believe that we can build projects and not have anyone injured. Injuries happen to people, so we've got to keep our mind focused that any one injury is too many. Where we are today with our safety record may be better than the industry, good enough to receive national awards. It's still a long ways from where we want to be, which is no accidents at all.
70% of our projects have had no recordable accidents last year. 70%. Now that would be excellent performance by any measure, but when looked at in human terms, would 70% be acceptable if it was surgery on a loved one or an unsafe plane landing? We believe that looking at people as our brother's keeper, extending the concept of Gilbane family to the 15,000 men and women that work on our projects every day will get us to the point where we have this vision of no accidents. Incident injury-free is an environment where everyone in the pool is a lifeguard. We all take care of one another, and we're responsible for the health and safety of each other.
In order to meet our goal of an incident and injury-free environment, Gilbane has a safety policy that often exceeds OSHA standards, the minimum requirements set up by the government. We encourage you to read and understand the OSHA rules for your trade found in this book.
The foundation of any good safety system is the right policies.
Be sure to give them to your supervisor. One of the things Gilbane suggests to help our workers get ready for their day is a stretching exercise. After all, just like athletes stretch before a workout, you are an industrial athlete and rely on your bodies for your very livelihood. We encourage all of you to practice proper lifting and carrying techniques, whether you're on the job or at home, to decrease your risk of injury. Although an injury like this may seem sudden, chances are good it's the result of putting the body at risk over time. So be sure to lift with your head up and back straight. Use your abdominal muscles and legs to carry the load, not your back. And keep the weight close to your body. Practice good lifting and carrying techniques wherever you are, even at home. There's just no doubt about it. Working under the influence of drugs or alcohol puts you and others who trust in you at risk. Having an alcoholic beverage during lunch or a break will affect your ability to operate safely and can put others in danger. That's why all of our sites have a drug testing policy administered by the owner, contractor, or Gilbane. Gilbane believes that a clean site is a safe site. Everyone must do their part to keep the work area free of debris and potential hazards. Remember that falls are most commonly caused by debris on the ground. Do your part to clean up your work area so that no one will trip and fall. Although we do our best to maintain a safe site, accidents can still happen. If you're injured, no matter how slightly, report your injury to the Gilbane trailer. Gilbane has a return to work policy. If you are injured and your injury prevents you from doing your normal job, but you're still capable of performing some kind of work, Gilbane expects you to return to work in a job that won't worsen your injury.
We have a mountain of boxes to go through to find miscellaneous hardware. Can you inventory that for me? I can. Thank you, Brian.
In case you witness an emergency, dial 911 from the nearest phone. Then report the emergency to the Gilbane trailer. In the rare event of another kind of emergency, like a fire or bomb threat or weather event, Gilbane will sound an alarm. Clear the area immediately and report to your supervisor. If Gilbane believes that you're missing, we will send in rescue personnel to find you. So be sure to check in with your supervisor, or you could endanger the life of a rescuer. Gilbane cares about your safety. So remember that you have permission to talk with anyone from Gilbane about safety or any safety concerns you may have at any time. And we would like your permission to speak with you about safety, especially if we see you doing something that might injure you or if you're doing something unsafely.
All right, I'm leaving for work. I'll see you later. Bye, buddy.
Work with us together. We'll succeed. We'll get the job done, but we will not get the job done at your expense. Your families would expect nothing less of us.
Our company has been built on concern and caring for each other. Everyone on their job sites really have to make it a priority to be concerned for the well-being of their fellow workers.
The most important thing for Gilbane Building Company is that everyone leaves the job the same way they came, that we have no injuries, that production, making money, making the schedule are all secondary to safety. Please take every effort you can to protect yourselves and take the time to worry and think about your other co-workers.
Few other items, and these are important rules. Keep these in mind, please. Our goal here is to not interrupt the airport, the passengers, or the airline employees. Do not get into conversations with any of these groups. Do not distract, stare at, yell at, or otherwise bother any member of the traveling public or the airlines. The reason we are all here is to make the traveling experience a safe, convenient one, not to leave a bad impression in anyone's mind about construction workers. Do not take breaks in the public areas of the airport. Stay out of the lobbies. Do not eat in the restaurants. Don't shop in the stores on the transfer level. Do not go into the employee lounges or cafeterias. Those facilities are for permanent airport and airline employees, not us. Watch your language. There are ladies and children on the other side of most of the walls and doors on this project. Keep your noise to an absolute minimum. Welcome to the best construction team in the country. We are proud to have you. Your instructor will now present additional safety and IFE materials. Please pay close attention. Thank you, and be safe.